In the old days, you couldn't hooky school because behind every drawn shade was an eye. And before your mother got off the bus into the house, she knew exactly where you had gone, who had gone into the house. Parents don't know that today. I'm talking about these people who cry when their son is standing there in an orange suit. Where were you when he was 2? Where were you when he was 12? Where were you when he was 18? And how come you don't know he had a pistol? These are not political criminals. These are people going around stealing Coca-Cola. People getting shot in the back of the head over a piece of pound cake. And then we all run out and we're outraged. Oh, the cops shouldn't have shot him. What the hell was he doing with the pound cake in his hand? Brown versus the Board of Education is no longer the white person's problem. We've got to take the neighborhood back. We've got to go in there. It's right around the corner. It's standing on the corner. It can't speak English. It doesn't want to speak English. I can't even talk the way these people talk. Why you ain't where you go? Where? I don't know who these people are. And I blamed the kid until I heard the mother talk. And then I heard the father talk. This is all in the house. Everybody knows it's important to speak English, except these knuckleheads. You can't land a plane with why you ain't where. You can't be a doctor with that kind of crap coming out of your mouth. Why can't you hit the streets? Why can't you clean it out yourself? It's our time now, ladies and gentlemen. It is our time. And I have good news for you. It's not about money. It's about you doing something that ordinarily we do. Get in somebody else's business. It's time for you to not accept this language that these people are speaking, which will take them nowhere. What the hell good is Brown versus the Board of Education if nobody wants it? I mean, this is the future, and all of these people who've lined up and done whatever, they've got to be wondering, what the hell happened? Brown versus the Board of Education. These people who marched and were hit in the face with rocks and punched in the face to get an education, and we got these knuckleheads walking around, don't want to learn English. When you go to the church, look at the stained glass things of Jesus. Look at them. Is Jesus smiling? Not in one picture. So tell your friends, let's try to do something. Let's try and make Jesus smile. Let's start parenting. Thank you. Thank you.
You see, I don't feel sorry for Bill Cosby. I don't feel sorry for Bill Cosby. I don't care if he's 81 years old and that he can possibly be released from prison at the age of 91. Right? I don't feel sorry for him. Because the minute that you take the side and you use the same talking points that a white supremacist would use, right, to carry out the mission of denigrating black society, right? That was your goal. You wanted to be accepted by white society. You allegedly had all of these damn rapes and all of these, encounters with white women, with troglodytes, with Edomites for decades. And I'm looking at one right here that looks like a goddamn Edomite transgender lab rat. Janice Dickinson. I mean, I can't tell the difference between her and what's that dude's name? Caitlyn Jenner, whatever his name is. I can't tell the difference. Are they the same people? But, you know, I don't feel sorry for Bill Cosby. I really don't feel sorry for him. And, you know, I haven't really covered a lot of Bill Cosby news because I don't really care about the story. But, you know, this is, you know, headlines right now. And, of course, I try to talk about current topics pertaining to black society, current trending topics. And this is one of them. And Bill Cosby is sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. Right? All to do because of the laundry list of accusers, right? 60 women accusing him of rape, encounters, etc., etc. Right? But again, like I said, you know, he wanted to carry out the mission of utilizing the same talking points a white supremacist would use. So here's what happened, right? The minute that he was rejected from trying to buy NBC, okay, y'all remember that when he tried to buy NBC, right? He was rejected. They looked at him and said, "No, you're a nigger. You're not good enough." But here's the catch. This is what they told Bill Cosby. Here's the catch. Maybe, just maybe, we'll give you a shot at purchasing NBC if you can afford it. All right, if you can afford it, you can circle back. But I want you to go ahead and do this. I want you to go back out, do speeches, do interviews. I want you to go back out and denigrate black society. I want you to say that all of the issues that you black niggers had in the past, civil rights, right? All the marches, all the injustices has nothing to do with white society. This is your problem. You tell your people, your niggers, that it's their fault. They have to look in the mirror. That it's black on black crime. So I want you to go out and carry the mission of doing that. That's what they told him. And Bill Cosby obliged. And so as the beginning of the video, you heard that, you know, that famous speech, which is known as the pound cake speech, right? That was recorded in 2004, right, for the anniversary of the Brown versus Board case, historical case in civil rights movement. That's what he said. He did exactly what, you know, white society, the dominant white society, told him to do. Oh, you speak bad. I can't understand what you're saying. You don't know how to raise your children. But you're not talking about, you know, again, you're using the talking points of a white supremacist. But the white supremacist job, just like our brother Neely Fuller would say, if you don't know and understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else would only confuse you. So white supremacy is designed to confuse you if you don't fully understand it. And so the dominant white society told Bill Cosby to use those talking points. And he obliged. And so by you know, saying that speech that he did, it caused more confusion. Right? It's not a racism problem. It's our problem. That's the job of the dominant white society, is to cause confusion. But again, the dominant white society, they're the ones that created, that architect the atmosphere, that architect municipalities, governance, laws, legislation, to ensure that impoverished conditions are created, lack of jobs, lack of resources, lack of education in dilapidated areas, that are populated by people classified as black or African American. So we have lots of areas that are populated by us that have exactly what I just said, that are created by the dominant white society. They architected areas where it's designed for us to fail. It's designed for us to be killed, right? Which is why you see, again, if you go to any particular urban community that's populated by people classified as black or African American, you're going to see patterns that are all the same. Food deserts, churches on every corner, lack of jobs, lack of resources, lack of education, impoverished conditions, dilapidated buildings, high crime, right? That's the pattern that you see. But that particular atmosphere was created and designed for us to fail. Created and designed by the dominant white society. You see, and this goes back again. If you go to the document that I like to go to, in 1967, the National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders, it clearly says that we live in two societies, one black, one white, separate and unequal. And of course, it still applies till this day. The issues with single parent households, where right now it's above 72% of children being born out of wedlock. Above that, it's around 77% now. It's higher than it was in the 60s. Marriage is devalued. The black family structure is devalued. Why? Because the dominant white society designed it that way. Social engineering, all of the all 9 areas of activity owned and controlled by them, had ensured to make sure that we, black society, devalue black family. You know, that was Cosby's point by, utilizing the same talking points a white supremacist would use by saying, oh, you have, these kids being born and raised in single parent households. But why? You're not asking the why. You're just saying the what, right? And again, that's the whole point of white supremacy. It's to cause confusion. It's to cause disarray. It's to make sure that you don't focus on the actual root cause. They want you to not focus on the root cause. They want you to focus on the what and to look in the mirror. Right? They don't want you to understand and know that for over 500 years of atrocities to our ancestors, that we collectively as a group have been mistreated, disenfranchised, subjugated, etc. That we don't deserve any type of compensation for the transatlantic slave trade. Any kind of reparations. They want you to make sure that you don't never bring that up in any kind of conversation. Not at all. Right? So, like I said, going back to Bill, man, I don't feel sorry for him. He may appeal. He probably will. He has, all of these lawyers and attorneys working for him. They may appeal this case. He is in his 80s. But I really don't care, man. That's the side you chose. When you decide to abide and carry out the mission of white supremacy by using those same talking points, it leads you to where you're at right now. Just that simple. You look at the flip side of the equation when you look at people, you look at the Colin Kaepernicks of the world, when you carry out a mission, right? When you carry out a mission to do the opposite of Bill Cosby, by empowering black society, by showing that this is our value. I have to sacrifice my profession, right? I have to sacrifice my profession for the sake of black society, because of mistreatment, because of subjugation, because of injustices, collectively as a group for our people. That's the sacrifice I have to make. And Colin Kaepernick is an international icon. Right? Him leading the campaign of from Nike and being the face of the Just Do It campaign, it was just the icing on the cake. And to see the look of these troglodyte, Edomite bastards that are burning Nike products because Colin Kaepernick is the face of Nike and the Just Do It campaign, it is all worth it. All worth it. So, you know, like I said, man, for Cosby, I don't feel sorry for him. It is what it is. Like I said, he may appeal. We'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, man, you chose the side that you wanted to protect. You wanted to protect the dominant white society by carrying out their exact mission. But you were rejected. They never wanted your ass. They'd use you. You're a pawn. You're a pawn. And this is what it leads you up to. Up to 10 years in prison. So it is what it is, family. Those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, family. All right. Until next time, make sure you follow me on social media at GMOGMediaTV. All my links are down below in the description, family. Till next time, Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace. Out.